Hello everyone. I'm grateful to be with you this afternoon, and I give thanks, and Saffron gives thanks and gratitude also. She's like, hello. And I wanted to talk about dreams, and today I've been thinking about them. I've been thinking about our dreams, and I was always taught that our life dreams are really important. That we all have something we've come here to do, but also I was taught that the night dreams are the most important dream, and that's when the great spirit or the creator or when the mystery would come and talk to us and show us things. And more modern terms, they would say your psyche, that your psyche is talking with you or sharing with you. So if I'm not connected to a higher power, then I would look at it as a way to recognize that a part of myself is really speaking to me about something. And so I always like to begin with a type of prayer or poem, and I really like the work of Langston Hughes, and I'm so grateful for the poetry that he brought into the world. And this is one of his poems that I'd like to share with you. And then I also want to extend my prayer out that we can have the vision and the heart, the grace, and the right use of power, the engagement with what is good and true and lasting in such a way that we can truly root down into our healing nature and assist ourselves and one another and the earth in healing at this time. And so I send a healing prayer, I send a voice for a healing prayer for all of us, for our hearts and for our minds and our hands to be able to receive and to give what is going to be most beneficial and most useful at this time. So what are the blessings? What are the blessings? So this is the poem. It's called Dreams, and it's by Langston Hughes, 1902 to 1967. And it says, "Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow." Life is a barren field frozen with snow. So hold fast to dreams. Hold fast to the dreams, for if they die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. And so I really like, for me, I feel like he is speaking to our dreams, are the wings that will take us where we want to go. And that one of the things that I find is I often find myself in my daydreams, I'll be looking at or experiencing or moving through something that I want to experience in my life. And so I notice when I'm dreaming, when I'm having those daydreams, and often, you'll find in the classroom that people are told it's not a good idea to daydream, but I really believe in the daydream. And I think that, we are dreamers. And my friend, one of my friends, Brooke, there's a song that she has, she says, too many dreamers are sleeping and we're running out of time. Too many dreamers are sleeping. So I think that there's something to being awake and bringing the knowledge and the wisdom from our dreamscape or from our night dream into this daily experience that we're having, because everyone has a dream. We're all born with a dream. Everybody is brought to the earth with a dream or a purpose. That there's a grace that lives in all of us that requires of us that we bring our our gifts and our grace and our purpose, our divine purpose, or if it's not a divine purpose, our simple purpose, and if it's not a simple purpose, our complex and complicated purpose to the earth. And and we are. I believe that we are the dream of the mystery. We are the dream of the Creator, and the Creator is dreaming us right now. And so if I'm a dreamer, if I'm someone who dreams, if I'm someone, whether it's a daydream, also if you are a night dreamer and you find yourself gathering a lot of knowledge and information and wisdom at this time from the night dreams, I really wanted to speak to this because a lot of my students have been telling me that they've been having some really intense dreams at this time. And that the dreams are messengers. They're showing them different things. Some people are flying in their dreams. Other people are going under the water and through waterfalls, and and having these really beautiful experiences. And other people are being shaken, and other people are having experiences of like post-apocalyptic dreams. And some people are having experiences of being deeply nourished and fed, and others are having dreams of starving and not having what they need. So I think that one of the things my uncle Ron Hilbert, my great uncle, who is the son of Takshablu by Hilbert, um, that he talked to me about how the dreams are the Creator's way of talking to us. So the Creator will come to us at night and tell us all kinds of things and give us all kinds of messages. And so those messages are not good, better, and different. Those messages are just messages. And so what we're given is we're given the opportunity to work with the dream that we're given in the night, and to allow it to assist us or to help us in our daytime and in our daily walk. And so I do something in my life that I call walking with the dream. And it's, it's that liminal space. It's these liminal poetics of life that we're really asked to step into, because it's truly the unknown. Like, to be with a dream, to be in a dream, is truly to be in the unknown, and truly to walk with the mystery, to be in the mystery. Because what's cool, what's amazing, is that every culture in the world globally, there's no culture, no tradition, no continent where people do not dream. Everyone knows about dreaming. And if you say, "Oh, I had a really interesting dream," people will be like, "Oh, that's interesting. Tell me about your dream." And now also it can be used as a way to not honor the truth of something. Like, some people will say it in a way where it's like not a blessing or not a beneficial thing. Like, they say, "Oh, that was just a dream." But there's no such thing as just a dream. We don't want to. The dream is always a prayer, or always a form of poetics, or always a messenger that needs to be attended and recognized, and almost as though it's a friend, even if we don't like the dream, even if we're like, "Oh my God, it was a word, I can't believe I had that dream," but that dream is probably telling us something. Like, it's a messenger. And so we can really start to see that our dreams are these messengers. Now, one of the things that's also true is that we're dreaming to live, like, we're dreaming to explore our lives, and those daydreams are one of the ways that we can dream to explore our lives. And then what we want is, we want to be able to live our lives, and we want to be able to live in the fullness and the richness of the dream that we carry, and that's wonderful. Now, also, what's true is that it's not only about living, but after we die, we can come back, and we can do something called a visitation. Or if we're alive and we're missing someone, we can still make a visitation. Like, we can send a dream. It's also a well-known fact that people can dream together, or that some people will have the same dream in the same night, and they were in one another's dreams. So there's all kinds of things that we cannot explain about this beautiful mystery of dreaming. But what I do know is I do know that I was taught from a very young age that it's the most important dream when we dream at night. And I remember my first teacher, I was very young, I was 14 years old, and I've been having these really intense dreams. And I told him, I was like, oh, I'm not really liking these dreams. These dreams are really upsetting and disturbing. And he was like, well, what's happening in the dreams? And I told him, and he said, well, there's a couple different things that you can do. You can make a path out of the dream. You can make a pathway out and go into another dream, which is a nice way to go. Or you can turn around and maybe talk to these people who are chasing you, or these beings that are chasing you, and find out what it is that they want. And so the first 3 nights, those beings were there again, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was running, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a path out of the dream. So I tried that like 3 different times, and every time it worked, and I was able to go from the dream into another dream. And then I think it was the third or fourth time I was like, I'm gonna turn around and talk to them. And I turned around and I talked to those beings, and they were so kind. And they told me so many things about my life that are actually happening now. And some of the things I remember, and some of the things I don't remember, but they let me know, it's like, oh, your life is going to be so wonderful. Like they told me, it's going to be fine. It's going to be wonderful. So, don't worry about these things. It's going to be okay. And I didn't feel a need really to escape dreams anymore. I felt like it was more important that I would turn around and face the dreams. And I think that that's one of the things that we're really being called to do right now at this time, is to turn around and to face our dreams. We all have dreams, and dreams that's also our work. Like that's our life's work. And so we can't be like, I have a dream, and it's a really exciting dream, and it's part of my destiny, but I really don't want to do any work for it. It's like, if we have the dream, it's going to require some work. So a dream is also work, so then we have to decide, and some work doesn't feel like work. And somebody actually asked me this the other day about my work. They were just like, wow, does it feel like you're working? I'm like, oh yes, it really does feel like I'm working. But the work is so fulfilling and rewarding that it's regenerative, and so maybe I'm very, very tired at the end of one day, but then I go to sleep and I feel like, oh, I'm fulfilling what I've come to do. I'm doing and experiencing and expressing my dream. And something that I had that helped me, really assisted me and doing that, was I've had mentors, really beautiful mentors. I've also had really beautiful mothers in my life, such beautiful mothers. And I think we're all given different mothers in our lives that can nurture us and kind of be those angels in our lives. But I also had mentors and teachers, and they were spiritual teachers. And not only were they spiritual teachers, but they also had, like, there was an emotional intelligence, they carried, that was so profoundly safe. And so I realized that I could fulfill these dreams, and that I had the opportunity to be an angel for someone else. Like, people have been angels for me, and still are. I have many beautiful and sacred people in my life that are angels to me, and then that gives me the opportunity to be an angel in someone's life. And I love my friend Debbie and I were doing some research. She really loved all these different versions. She was reading all these different versions of the Bible. And I remember she was reading the Greek version, and we were discussing it. And she had said that, something really beautiful is that human beings are earth, in that particular version, it says that human beings are the angels, and that we are given an opportunity to be angels on earth. And I think about that. Sometimes I think about my friend Debbie in that conversation. And so, we really were planted here from the mystery with a purpose and with a gift, and it's our work. And sometimes we have one thing that we want to do, and sometimes we have a lot of different things that we want to do. but our heart carries so many different dreams. So interesting. Like my computer right now is resting on Memories, Dreams, and Reflections by Carl Jung. I love that. I love that. It was not intentional at all. This is the little stack of books I always have on this table, so I love that. That I can refer to. And so it's our dreams, and are we going to be able, memories, dreams, and reflections? Are we going to be able to really make a dream in the current time that's going to be able to sustain us in the coming time? So we come to, what is a sustainable dream? And if I have more than one dream, how do I know that I can fulfill all of those dreams? And well, I like to say that we might not be able to fulfill all of our dreams while we're here, but we want to give it our best shot. We want to try our very best to fulfill our dreams. And so what we want is, we want encouragement and upliftment, and we want to be able to touch people and places and things that inspire us in order to support our dreaming in the world. And so, we weave our dreams throughout our daily lives. We can weave our dreams throughout our daily lives. But what we want is, we also want to allow the dream to work with us and to walk with us. And there's a dream retreat that I teach for my spiritual identity course. And in that retreat, we work with several different forms of dreaming, but I really enjoy a couple of different forms. And one of them is, if everyone in the dream is me, what is going on? Because we can go, oh my gosh, everyone is a dream. So that's an interesting thought. And we can look at the dream as though they're all different characters, or as Carl Jung said, all the little people within us, like they're all different characters within our own nature. And then I also teach something called these liminal poetics that surface from the dream. And then also, what we can do is, we can go into the dream and have a conversation with the dream. And then we can bring different gifts or tools or conversations or symbols into our consciousness and work with them in meditation. So those are a few different ways that I like to work with night dreams. But then there's daydreams, and I like Jay Early, a PhD, talks about this. And this is about what we do, our work, like the dream that is our work. Like, what is my work? What is my dream that requires me to create something that hasn't been created before? Because each of us has our own gifts to bring to earth to create with. And so, how can I create what it is that I'm here to create? And so I liked this. And Jay Early wrote this about dreams and bringing our work and what we're dedicated to earth. So it says, I'm dedicated to helping create a healthy society, one which is based on love and reverence for the earth, in which everyone is free and has access to the good things in life. My choices for my actions spring from the source. There are many possibilities for one's source level. People have been dedicated to living things and the earth, the future of the human race, the children of the world, people who are dying or some other group in need, the liberation of an oppressed group, God or spirit or creator, however conceptualized, the creation of beauty, the freeing of the human body, and love. The source level involves a dedication to something larger than yourself, a concern which involves more than just our daily struggle to achieve happiness and security. It lifts you out of your usual self-centered mode into a realm where you are part of the larger and more meaningful concerns. You feel deeper, more open, and real. You are touching the essence of life. You are touching the essence of life. Jay Early, PhD. Jay Early, PhD. And so I can just see how these dreams weave through all of these different aspects of our lives. And what is the work, which is also the blessing, which is also the gift that I am here to give. Thank you so much, and may you be blessed. I will see you on Wednesday, next Wednesday at 6. Have a really beautiful week until then. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Carrie Craig. Thank you, Carrie Rose. Got the Carries with me today. Thanks so much, you guys.